Brachot Habaot, Bebruchim Habaim. Welcome to Temple Shalom. I'm Miriam Seidman, and this is Janet Peltier-Getz on piano, and we are happy to share the bima with Sherry Wolf-Elazar. Thank you for joining us to celebrate Sukkot and to welcome Shabbat. 5 days after Yom Kippur, on the 15th day of the Hebrew month of Tishrei, starts the celebration of Sukkot, the festival of booths. This year, it happened last Wednesday. Along with Pesach and Shavuot, Sukkot is one of the 3 pilgrimage festivals, the Shalosh Regalim. To mark these festivals, the Israelites were expected to make pilgrimage to Jerusalem, where they would participate in worship services and festivities. These celebrations are slated to coincide with the harvest of barley in Pesach, the harvest of wheat in Shavuot, and the harvest of fruits in Sukkot, thus stressing their agricultural nature. Much of the ritual of the holiday revolves around rejoicing and thanking God for the completed harvest. The sukkah, we have one right here, represents the farmer's temporary dwelling out in the field during the harvest. With time, their symbolism grew to represent the precarious shelter the Israelites lived in when wandering in the desert for 40 years. In Leviticus, we are commanded to take the produce of goodly trees, the citron or the trog, branches of palm trees, the lulav, boughs of leafy trees like myrtle, and willow of the brook like arabot. This is hadath, arabot. And you shall rejoice before Adonai your God for 7 days. In the diaspora, we know we do it for 8. To honor the bounty of the Holy Land, we hold together the 4 species of plants, or arba minim. To acknowledge God's omnipresence, we wave them in all directions. Please join me in this. Well, I'll move to the sukkah, and let's do the blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al netilat lulav. Amen. Amen. And now, to honor, as we said before, to honor God's omnipresence, we're going to wave the lulav in the 6 directions. We perform the mitzvah. After the service, we'll take the lulav and etrog downstairs, and it will be available for those of you who want to perform the mitzvah, and Sherry will assist. Our Sukkot celebration will continue with a potluck dinner where we'll share some delicious soup. I was downstairs and it smells, oh my, made with the produce of our fantastic Healing Heart Garden, and we'll have the opportunity of breading sweet grass. Now, let's welcome Shabbat. I'll invite you to focus on the light of the candles, leave this week behind, and let's be present in the joy of Shabbat. As we have been doing since over a year ago, we will add a 3rd candle in honor of the hostages that can light their own. join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Help me perfect the ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace. We have a reading on page 126, if you can join me. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no service, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. Let's welcome the Shabbat bride with Lecha Dodi on verse 9. Please rise and bow facing the entrance.
On verse
On verse 9, yes.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diburecha, ishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'letiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mikor ha'beracha, ve'rosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Toreri, ki horeku miori, uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai, alayich niglas. Boi b'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha ובצהלה, אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-string harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai! How very subtle your designs! A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. Together, the righteous bloom like a date palm. They thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in the courts of our God. In old age, they still produce fruit. They are full of sap and freshness, attesting that Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no wrong. Let's welcome our messengers of peace, the two angels of Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Baruchuni l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon. Vihi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sechem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Vihi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue our prayers praising God with Hatzi Kaddish. Together. Itgadal ve'itkadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Ve'alma divrach chilutei, ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'b'yomechon, u'b'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv ve'imru. Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach ve'ishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitchadar v'yitkaleh v'yitkalal Shmei Kudusha Brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ve'alma ve'imru. Amen. Please rise for Baruch.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach leolam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Arabim. Ahavat Olam. Everlasting love, you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people, Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Israel. We are moving to our Shema prayer, the most important prayer in Judaism. So I invite you to focus your intention and be clear at this moment and focus. Please rise.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your home or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. מי כמוך?
כמוך מעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף פלא, נורא תהילות אוסף פלא, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקר ים לפני משה מרים, זרי
a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Amen. Veshamru is our commandment to observe the Shabbat. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. Please rise for tefillah.
Adonai svatai tifta, ufi hagi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרא שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיה הכל אתה רב והושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים וחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות ומדומה לה, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהלוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Find favor, Adonai, our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו לעולם ועד. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives, which are in your hand, for our souls, which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. Shalom Rab.
Shalom Arav al Yisrael Amecha Tasim leolam ki ata hu melech adon v'chol hashalom v'tov b'necha לברך את עמך ישראל, וכל את פתחו שער. ישלומך ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל. השלום, השלום, שלום הרב על ישראל עמך. תשים לעולם כי אתה הוא מלך הדור וכל
Let's take a moment for a silent meditation, and then we'll move to Ose Shalom. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן. It's time to discuss Torah. Please join me on the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. When Shabbat falls during Chol HaMoed Sukkot, the intermediate days of Sukkot, we read from Exodus 33:12 to 34:26. Moses wants to know God, and the parasha continues with an explanation of the 13 attributes of mercy. God, compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, and abundant in kindness and truth, preserver of kindness for thousands of generations, forgiver of iniquity, willful sin and error, and who cleanses. This quest to know God became a deep yearning shared by humanity as a whole. Every human being at some point in their life had to face this question. Even deciding that God doesn't exist is a testament that thought was given to this question. The believers give a positive answer to it, and some believers continue to struggle with the definition or definitions they choose to accept as valid. Sukkot takes its name for the booth that we are expected to build. In addition to the agricultural reference of the harvest, the symbolic aspect is related to the booths, as they represent the temporary dwellings where the Israelites found shelter over the 40 years wandering in the desert. Our modern houses are our refuge from the harshness of life, the intimate place where we find solace. We place trust on our sturdy walls and roof that further this idea of stability and protection. In contrast, living in a precarious hut with flimsy walls and a barely there roof made out of branches calls us to question all that we consider steady and secure in our life. We are reminded of the fragility of life and things and exposed to a more minimalist lifestyle, at least for the 8 days of the holiday. Sukkot is also named Zman Simchatenu, the time of our joy. We are commanded to be happy. This idea is passed down ledor vador, from generation to generation. History, and Jewish history in particular, makes me question the capability of human beings for acting humanely towards one another. There are times in our own personal history when we feel beyond overwhelmed, like reaching a breaking point. Nonetheless, we are expected to be happy and appreciate our lot in life. We are fresh out of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and we can infer that we were granted another year. There are many moments in history that are worth celebrating and are proof of positive change, thus offering a valid reason for celebration. Our sages taught us that we can always count on the future to borrow joy and bring it to the present when the moment we are experiencing becomes more than challenging. Another teaching of Sukkot is unity. We take 4 different species and put them together in one bundle. They represent the unity of physical and spiritual elements. We join etrog, a citrus fruit, lulav, hadass, and aravot to fulfill the commandment. The shape of the etrog reminds us of the power of the heart. Let's take a look because it's beautiful. I like this interpretation. The lulav, the palm branch, resembles a long spine representing the structural support and flexibility needed to face life's challenges. Hadass of myrtle, almond-shaped leaves resemble our eyes, symbolizing our perception of the world. Aravot, or willow leaves, resemble our lips, representing the power of the word, of prayer, and communication. As the different parts of a whole need to come together to serve its purpose, each person contributes to the life of the community. Sukkot brings us 3 important teachings: permanence and change as are opposite faces of the same coin. There is a time for everything, and this is the time for joy, and we should strive to achieve unity in our group. These teachings are also our blessings and our challenges. Every human was created B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God, and the 13 attributes of mercy discussed in this parasha are the highest mark we can aspire to emulate. Maybe we receive the hints to the answer to Moses' questions. Maybe we just need to learn how to become better human beings. Kenny Hiratson. We move to Mishabera, our prayer for healing, and if there are any names in our congregation, I don't have a list, so if there are any names on our congregation? Amen. 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 Amen.
Your mother.
Thank you, Janet.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We will do the prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Grant them deliverance and adorn them in a mantle of victory. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. And we say, Amen. A prayer for the Israel Defense Forces. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, bless the soldiers of Israel's defense forces and all who stand guard in order to protect our people. May the Holy One, blessed be God, protect them and save them from all troubles and afflictions, from all sickness and injury, and send blessings to all their endeavors. May the words of the prophet come to fruition through them. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And each one shall sit under the vine and under the fig tree, and none shall be afraid. And let us say,
Amen.
Amen. For the Israeli soldiers or civilians being held captive. Our God, the one who raised Joseph up from the pit, be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Send complete rescue and full redemption to those held captive by the enemy. Strengthen their spirit and bring them our prayers that they be protected from all harm. Implant understanding in the heart of the enemy that they may return the captives in wholeness of body and spirit. Grant wisdom to the Israel Defense Forces that they may secure freedom for the captive without loss of life. Grant strength of spirit and courage of heart to all the sons and daughters of Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar, to release bonds of captivity and allow us all to live in freedom. They shall call upon me, and I will answer them. I will be with them in distress. I will rescue them and honor them. Please rise for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה נוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ, מושב קרוב בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים. אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
This week, in our congregation, we remember Maurice Kraut, brother of Sandy Diner, Charles Boyce, father of Kenny Boyce, Ellen Fraumwein, child Shoah victim, Gertrude Horvath, mother of Lev Zentner, Alexander Zaslavsky, husband of Marina Zaslavsky, Max Nacht, grandfather of David Salita. If you are in mourning for a loved one and would like to add your name, please. Amen. 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 Kaddish is on page 598. התגדל והתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דיברה חירותי, בהמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי קדושה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה. תאמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה. וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Please be seated. Next Friday, October 25th at 7:30. 7:30 p.m. Kabbalat Shabbat and Simchat Torah service led by Sherry Wolf-Elazar and Janet Peltier-Getz. On Saturday, November the 2nd, from 4 to 6 p.m., another opportunity for you, if you are in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, to get together informally over coffee, tea, and treats, and experience the magic of Havdalah as we say goodbye to Shabbat. Children are welcome. On Thursday, November 21st at 7 p.m., Temple Shalom's first ever fundraising trivia night. This will be good. Come to win prizes. There will be a special raffle and refreshment. Register your team soon for the early bird discount. Thank you to our tech crew, Judith, Erwin, Evan, Steve. Thank you to Adeline and Cynthia for their work behind the scenes. Thank you, Sherry and Janet. It's wonderful sharing the Bima with the two of you. And thank you for being here in person and online. And after the service, please go downstairs and sit at the tables for a short presentation. After that, we'll do kiddush and hamotzi and share the dinner. Please stand for Hatikva. That will be our concluding song. Shabbat Shalom. Please come downstairs.